I am so excited because tomorrow is the day that we get to talk with Michael Vogt. Michael Vogt is the one who has the laser cutter that's going to do the precise cutting that we need for this project. But what that means is I have to get the computer files ready for him by tomorrow. And have to make a couple of decisions that are going to play out on what the next couple of hours are going to be like. Let me show you what I mean. So here's what I've got. I've got way more of these, but here's some printouts of the topography of Jerusalem. And you'll recognize some of these from yesterday's sculpture. Here is the ridge that we would say is Mount Moriah. So Mount Moriah is right here, and Mount Zion is here. This is the Kidron Valley here. This is the Tyropoeon Valley here. This is the Hinnom Valley here, and the Gihon Valley is right in here. So, and it has all of the markings on here. These are the, and it has all the markings on here. It has the index markers in here for each elevation. What's cool about this is that it also comes, this map packet also comes with overlays. And so there's an overlay of the walls of Jerusalem that's even labeled. So this is the temple deck, and it's right over Mount Moriah right here. And so this is a really accurate map in terms of what we have. So the first thing that I'm noticing here, though, is that it's an incomplete map, which means there are some regions, some areas here that I want to have on my map that's not on this one, particularly down here in the east. This right here is the Mount of Olives, and this is the Mount of Offense right here. And so, but there's cut off. So I got to be able to find this area here in order for me to be able to do this. So that's one thing. I have to find this section somewhere. And in my library, I found this. And in here is, I showed this to you last time, this is another video. This has the area that I'm looking for. It has the Mount of Olives, here the Mount of Offense. It has all this region here that I'm looking for. But the problem is that the index markers are completely different. So I have to either decide to use this one or this one. Let me do it this way. I have to use it this one or this one. And I don't know, I do know which one I want. I want this one. And so I need to figure out some way to be able to like superimpose or to put these two maps together somehow. And I probably could do it. And it's just gonna take a little bit of extra work. So that's one of the things I'm gonna have to figure out is how to get this region here. There's something else that I need to figure out as well, because I found a website that may have just solved our problems. It's this website right here. It's Contour Axis. I found this website looking at another YouTuber that's doing something similar to what we're doing. They're just doing laser engraved pieces of wood with a topo map on it, just like a piece of paper. We're actually doing laser cutting, and we're going to layer them so that it becomes a relief map. But this will help us out. Here's the power of this website. You put in a location and it'll draw the contours of that location. And so I want to type in a familiar location, which is Mount Zion, most likely Mount Zion, Jerusalem. There it is. And it'll draw the contour. And there we go. So there it is. This is a region I'm familiar with. So this is probably the Dead Sea, most likely the Dead Sea. Here's the Mediterranean. Other features I'm familiar with are kind of this pinch point here. So the Sea of Galilee is way up here, but the Jordan River is here. This feature right here is pretty distinct. This is where Jericho is. And there's these ridges form pointers, and they point into the mountains. And so from Jericho, there's this highway that runs in these valleys into Jerusalem, which is a high point right in this region in here. So my guess is that this is Jericho pointing down into here, and we have Jerusalem somewhere in here. But this is too far out, and so we need to zoom in. Okay, so we're still here. Here's that pointers. So I think we're still somewhere into here. But we want to edit this a little bit because this is too few lines. We need more lines in here. So I don't want to crash the site. This site's prone to crashing, so we're going to go slow with my zooming in here. So if we do, let's do 50. And let's change it to meters. So let's do 50. Okay. So now the hard part is I gotta find Jerusalem in this mess here. Again, looking for the things, and what I'm looking for is this chicken foot here. I've had to rotate the map. I'm used to seeing it this way, but north is up here, so I gotta orient this map to the map on the computer. So this is north. So I'm looking for this chicken foot shape, and still too far away. So I'm gonna zoom in. Let's try to go 30. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's see here. Let's do an index line every 60 feet. I got nothing. I'm gonna do every 5. This might crash it. No, it didn't. Yeah, I took a guess, took a hunch that just zooming in, and so Mount Zion will go right to the center, and this is what we find. So it did. This is the shape we're looking for. This little chicken foot. This is the Tyropoeon Valley. This is the Kidron Valley, Hinnom Valley in here, Mount Zion, and then this is probably Mount Moriah. Then we have this region over here. So this is it. So what I'm going to do is I can superimpose this map over on top of this map. Let's see if I can. Every 5 meters. So that's 15, 20, 25, 30. That's actually every 15 meters. There's 5. That's every 3. So this map has lines every 3 meters. I'm going to save this. So I got a choice to make. I can save this as a PNG, or I can save this as an SVG. The difference is SVG creates the layers. So basically, I can tell the software to print me up layers that can be moved around and seen independently, which is great for printers because I can just say layer 1, print this, print layer 2, print layer 3, or I can do a PNG and then trace the lines and create layers that way. So it's the same thing. It's just, do I want the computer to do it or do I want me to do it? There's a part of me that says, since this is kind of my art piece, that I want to do it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do both. So I'm going to print it out, one with the SVG, and if I get into a sticky spot, I can use that as a reference point. But more than that, more often, I'll try to draw it myself using Adobe Illustrator. And I'll just go around the lines using the Bezier tool, and that'll allow me to really fine tune those lines, but then also not worry about rasterization or pixelation, because it'll be, we'll deal with pixels. So that's just the way it goes. So we'll worry about that, and I'll just do both and use both as a reference, but I'll try to draw this whole project myself first. And so it's going to take a while. And since I've got to get this to have this ready for Michael by the time we talk to him tomorrow, it's probably going to be best if I just go ahead and just focus on this, not worry about the camera, and I'll just show you guys when we're all done what this looks like. But I'm pretty excited because this is it right here. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to save this. I'm going to download this as a PNG, and I'm going to download this as an SVG. And Adobe Illustrator will read SVG, and so that'll be cool too. And so I think that's just the best solution. I want to use the SVG if I have to for sticky spots, but more than that, I want to be the one who draws it. Even though it's going to take me more time, I want this to be mine. So pretty exciting. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. And you'll meet Michael. You'll like him a lot. He's the one with the you'll like him a lot. So here we go. We're here now. Everything else is just printing, cutting, gluing, and some other things I probably don't even know what's going to happen. So we'll do it together. Awesome.